Hello everybody. I'm coming to you tonight to do this video and I'm in something of an emotional state. That's why I'm not doing my introduction. I'm not going to make a big fanfare about this video. I want this video to speak for itself. Tonight I am not speaking as the speaker for the dead. I'm speaking as just Brian. I had an exchange with somebody on Twitter today because of a comment that they left on their post for a person that I follow. And I just want to read the exchange, and then I want to cover some things that have happened in the last few days so that you know where I'm coming from on this. Sydney Watson is a kind of a conservative gal. She lived in Australia, lived in the States. She's somebody I follow because she's pretty common sense, and I just like her take on things. She's kind of funny. And she posted this on Twitter. I don't want $600. I don't want $2,000. I want businesses open. I want people working. I want society back. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Stop trying to give us fake money. Just let us live our lives, open our businesses, and do what we think's right, basically. And a person named Jeff, parentheses, wear a mask, and then his last name, I'm not going to put that out there. This was his response. Wear a damn mask. Get your friends to wear a mask. Stop going out in public unless absolutely necessary. Don't gather with people you don't live with and encourage everyone you know to do the same. Otherwise, what you're advocating is insane, destructive, and unpatriotic. This was my response to him. Wow, so much stupid in one comment. How do you do it, COVID slave? And this was his response to me. Thanks, troll. Have a great new year and stay away from people. So intelligent. So bright. My goodness. This was my response to him. Troll? That's the pot calling the kettle black. Oh, wait. You will say I'm racist, but oh well. I went to the funeral of my aunt who died of COVID yesterday and still wouldn't presume to tell people how to live, so you can go to hell, and yes, please, you should stay away from other people. This was his response. If the shoe fits, I'm sorry for your loss. Really? What did I say to offend you? Why is recommending things that save lives and reduce suffering bad? I just don't get it. And here was my final response to him. I am sick of people who think they know what is best for others, running their mouths. Are you a doctor? Are you an immunologist? Are you a geneticist? Maybe. No? Well, maybe you should stop acting like you know what the hell you're talking about. No proof, lives saved by any of the actions you say. And that's the crux of it right there for me. It's the truth to say that my wife's aunt passed away from COVID last week, and we attended her funeral yesterday. This was a lady who was perpetually happy. She was a blessing to everybody she came in contact with. She knew everything about everybody. She worked at a bank. People would go to the bank just to see her. They would wait in a line when other tellers were available to see her because she was that kind of a person. She was laughing and fun and loved people, loved knowing what was going on in their lives, was a bit of a gossip, but not in a bad way. It was because she cared about people. Okay? And that's one of the family members I've lost and my wife's lost through COVID. And maybe this is presumptuous, but I don't think for a minute that lady would go out and try and tell other people how to live their lives because of COVID. I am so sick and tired of people parroting the beliefs and views of a bunch of idiot morons who are doctors, immunologists, geneticists, and they still don't know what the hell they're talking about. So shut your mouths. If you have something you want to say, fine, say it. But stop telling me how to live my life. Stop telling everybody else how to live their lives. And I don't give a good what you think you are. You have no right to tell anybody else how to live their life. None. Not one tiny iota. Do you understand? If you want to make suggestions, if you want to tell people what you think they should do to help themselves, then by all means do that. But if they don't choose to accept your recommendations, then you can go yourself and leave them alone. Okay? The government and all these people, governors, scientists, all these people, okay, here's a news flash for you people. The president, senators, whoever the hell you are, you work for us. You work for me. Okay? You are not my king. You are not my God. You are not my ruler. You are a servant. Do you understand that concept? Okay? We, the people, sent you to represent us, not to go and tell us how to live our lives from on high, because you are not on high. You are at the bottom of the rung. Do you understand? You are a servant. You don't tell me how to live my life. I did not send you there to do anything like that. I sent you there to represent me, and if you do anything other than that, you have no business being anywhere near Washington, D.C., or any other political or leadership position. I have had it with this nonsense. And I apologize for the rant, and I apologize for the emotionalism, but I am sick to death of people who get elected to political office, who go to college and get a degree, thinking that they're smarter than me on how to run my life. Maybe you are, but you know what? You're still not me. No matter how much you think you know, you need to know that one thing. You are not me. You do not get to tell me how to live my life now or ever. And to use this disease to perpetuate the idea that you are all knowledgeable, that you are omniscient, that you see all and hear all and know all is bullshit. And I'm sick of it. Fauci, that moron, has changed his tune that everybody's been listening to. He's changed his tune, and he's been wrong almost at every step of this process. Masks don't save lives. They don't stop this disease. Okay? Unless you are in a biohazard suit walking around, that is the only way. If you get into a biohazard suit and never get out of it, you might not get COVID ever. But that's the only way. Okay? You want to live like that? Fine. Go live like that. But I don't want to. My family doesn't want to. And anybody else who thinks that you know what you're talking about, you don't. Okay? This is not a plague. Have millions died? Is getting this disease an instant death sentence? No, it is absolutely not. If you are vulnerable, if you have pre-existing conditions, if you have asthma, as my wife's aunt did, you are vulnerable, you are susceptible, and you should be way more careful. And you should follow as many guidelines as what your doctor or the people who love you in your life think is necessary. But more than anything, you need to follow the guidelines you feel is necessary. Now, I am sure she did that. She was a smart lady. She was an amazing lady. And she did what she thought needed to be done. And she still got it, and she still passed away. And she will be missed. But don't you dare try and tell her she did what she did wrong. She made her choices. We all make our choices. And that's just it. Personal responsibility. I make my choice, you make your choice, and you can go yourself if you think you have the right to tell me what my choices should be. I'll make my choices and I'll live with the consequences. The problem is so many people out there don't do the second half of that. They make their choices and think somebody else is to blame. Well, they're not. You are. And Jeff, Mr. Jeff, wear a mask. If you want to wear a mask, by all means, wear a mask. Encase yourself in kryptonite. Encase yourself in a biohazard suit and wander around. But this man on his Twitter post claims to be an entrepreneur, a business starter, somebody to help you get your business off the ground, blah, blah, blah. Really, Jeff? Your idea for getting people's businesses off the ground is to close them? To listen to government morons who aren't helping these businesses, who don't care about the lives that are being destroyed? Really? We should listen to you. When Walmart and Lowe's and the big companies can keep their stores open, and good God, COVID can't get in there. But the ma and pa store 3 doors down has to close because of COVID. You're telling me that wearing a mask equalizes all of that? That it makes sense? None of what they're saying makes any sense. If they took their restrictions, if they took their ideas and spread them across the board and it was even-handed and fair to everybody, if one business had to close, every goddamn business had to close, then by all means, I would be supportive of this. But that's what you're following, sir. You are following a bunch of lunatic morons who are using this as a political tool, not as a disease. Not as a problem to be solved, as a political tool to get a president out of office, to control people, whatever it is that people are using this for. It is not the disease that should be causing all of these issues. Okay, if you were back in when the Black Plague was rampant and killing millions of people in Europe, if you got the Black Plague, you were dead. You did not survive. That's a pandemic. That's a plague. This is an increased version of the flu. My wife's aunt, could have gotten a severe case of the flu and still passed away. Have you noticed, Jeff? The flu seems to have been cured this year. They're not even talking about it. Nobody's died from the flu. It's all COVID. And that's what makes me mad, is this is all a bunch of crap. It's all a bunch of lies, smoke and mirrors. Government officials tell us, you can't do this, you can't do that, and you can't do this. And then they get caught going out and doing the very things they've just told us we can't do. And that's okay with you? You don't see the problem, the disconnect in reality? Have you lost your... I have never been this emotional on a video before, and I apologize for it. Actually, I don't. Because it's about time we got angry. And that we stood up and said, no, not one step more. If you want to live your life this way, by all means, go live your lives this way. Wrap yourself in a bubble and pray to God that you never have anything happen to you. But guess what? You're still going to die at some point. We are all going to die. Nobody gets out of this alive. Okay? There is no immortal life as a human being. Our spirits are immortal. Our bodies and this life was never meant to be forever. I hate to be the one to break it to you, but no matter what you do, you're still going to die. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. You might not ever get COVID. You might get COVID and survive and get hit by a bus the next day. Guess what? COVID didn't kill you, but you're still dead. So if you want to enslave yourself to governments and bureaucrats and loser doctors who have more to gain politically, by all means, enslave yourself, Jeff. Give yourself over to these people who are no smarter than you and probably a lot dumber. And it's sad to see that someone who probably I would get along with in any other circumstance, but the fact that you're buying into the BS makes you someone I can't have an agreement, that I can't see eye to eye with you on it. Because you have sold yourself to these fear peddlers. The news media, and all the rest of them, who have done nothing but try and terrify the world. Not just America, the world. Trying to enslave us all. to make us think that the government has all the answers. Ronald Reagan said the 9 scariest words in the English language is, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. And he was right. We don't need their help. We need them to get the hell out of our way. Let us solve this. You can help as long as you do not trample the rights of other people. And yes, rights are more important than COVID. Let me say that again, just in case you missed it. My rights, the rights of the human race, are more important than COVID, than any disease. If you want to be a slave to the government and to all these idiots out there who are trying to tell you how to live your life, by all means, knock yourselves out. But leave me the hell out of it. Because you're not smart. You're just parroting what these idiots have told you to do and told you to say. And if you looked into it for more than 10 seconds, you'd see it's all bullshit. But hey, why do that when you can just get on the internet and go, COVID's bad, wear a mask? Good parrot. Good parrot, Jeff. Thank you for watching this. I'm sorry if it was too ranty, but I've had enough. I'm sick and tired of people who don't know crap trying to tell me how to live my life. I got it. I'm good. Thanks. I can handle it. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye now.